Django, how are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, Paul. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm good, and I just think it was really important that I know we didn't get this show up out on Sunday evening as we normally would, but we didn't want to do it. I think you were in agreement with me until we see today how things breathe and settle, just if there would be a turnaround, because it looked that way last night, and we've had this little upsurge. I'm reluctant to say it's the end of this bear market, but it looks promising. There has been a bit of uh, a
Of a rebound, yeah.
resurgence, a bit of a rebound. Too early
Yeah.
to say a recovery, but a rebound for sure. What
Yeah,
do you
it's
think, Django? Take it away, bro.
it's been a tough couple of days. The crypto market is
Yeah,
going through, like, let's say, difficult times. I mean, over the last few days, a bit of a crash, but it happens. And like you're saying, it's hard to say that if it's the bottom yet. If it's not the bottom, there's a bit of a rebound now. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're going to be to be looking forward into this.
Yes, and for our own position, Django, it's diamond hands, folks.
Yeah,
That
that's where we're
expression,
coming from. Like,
diamond
yeah, I'm
hands.
holding on to my coins. I'm not selling anything. Uh,
Right.
uh,
Are you buying the dip, bro?
well, I'm watching the dip. I'm watching the dip, and because I don't have that much money left, to be
Right, I
honest
hear
with
you.
you. But I'll definitely be buying the dip.
Okay, I have to make a quick confession. I jumped in on Cardano yesterday.
Mm.
I got another couple of bucks on Cardano. I just thought getting it at a nice, getting it back down around that 120 mark again. I thought, hey, here we go. Hopefully, even if it recovers to what it was, that should pay off quite nicely.
It will pay off quite nicely. We don't know exactly how much how long we're going to have to wait, but for sure it's going to pay off
Yes, indeed,
because you
indeed.
know yeah, we've seen that with every bull market, the one that comes after, it's always bigger than the one before.
Yeah,
So
that seems to be the pattern, bro. You were saying to me
yeah,
today, and this is the
yeah,
good news for all our subs out there. Everybody listening up to you. Django reckons we're in for a big bull run. Now, a bull run is when it goes like this. Django, talk to us about that, bro, and maybe you want to show us something,
well,
some
well,
charts.
yeah. Let's just take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. I'm going to pull up the Bitcoin chart, and
Okay,
we're going to well just look at some patterns, and especially to the newcomers, to give to them a more like a view of the bigger picture, because it's
right.
very easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
So this is Bitcoin from 1 week, is it? Is that right?
So this is 4 hours.
Okay,
Yeah, that's 1 week actually. So you can see that we have this like sort of downward trend,
mm-hmm.
and but that's 7 days. If
Yes,
you zoom out a little bit, you're going to have a look at this whole like cycle. You see, this is like pretty much the whole bull market.
okay.
We can see that we like started at around like
November, was it?
yeah, like
October,
October here, like
right?
at 13,000, and it went all the way up to 60,000, and now we are at like 34,000. So you can
Right,
see that it seems like a major drop, and it is a major drop from 60,000 all the way down to 30 something thousand here.
right.
So it's a major drop, but from the beginning of the cycle, like it's still double than what it was.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
I do, bro, because it was 15 grand there, and even after it crashed and burned and fell to death and was stabbed, shot, and tasered about 8,000 times and spat on by the public, it still retains 100% of an increase from what it was in November.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Incredible,
exactly.
incredible.
So this is the long-term vision that we want to share with our
Yeah, but our subs, so
yeah.
we're going to call tonight's episode The Bigger Picture. Hey, yeah,
Exactly,
this is the
exactly.
shit we need to know. Like, everybody, look up in here on this.
Every time you get scared, zoom out. Just zoom out and
Zoom
have a
out.
look. Yeah. This is this cycle of 2021.
Right.
Yeah. So before this one, we had like a bull market around like 2017, 2018.
Yes.
So let's have a look
And
at
that this
that.
was full of FOMO, which is fear of missing out, everybody
Yeah.
jumping on board. And then we have the FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So
Yeah.
FOMO, FUD, FUD, FOMO.
Usually in the beginning of a bull market, everybody's FOMOing in. Nobody really knows what's happening, but they see the prices skyrocketing. Like, oh, man, I should have gotten into this early, and everybody FOMOs in. They don't think too much and they just get in.
Right.
So that's the FOMO.
That's the
And
FOMO, yeah.
yeah, and when
You FOMO sexual.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then when people start like to get a bit scared,
Yes, then the FUD
like,
sticks in.
and then it starts to spread around the market. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So then prices get they get affected by that. So yeah, so now let's take a look here at the at the cycle of 2017, 2018. You see that it's well, the price was like stable around like $2,000, $3,000.
Right. Yeah.
$2,000,
$3,000 for a Bitcoin. Yeah, in September 2017.
So that's 2017. Then we have like around December, and like from December to January, like coincidentally, like in the turn of the year again.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know if there's a pattern there, but it's just like coincidence. You see that this massive run.
Now, what is it? Yeah, go on. Go
All
on.
the way up to 19,000.
Right.
Then we have a bit of a sideways movement, just like we had now.
Yes.
And then this big crash. Yeah.
Yes.
And you see that after the crash, it stabilized here, like the 8,000.
At
Like
the 8,000,
even
right.
it dropped a bit. Like it dropped a bit more. Like let's see, like 6,000. Blah
Yes.
blah blah blah. Like the worst it got was around here, like 4,000. But you see that it was like stable around this
Yes.
6,000 mark. Yeah.
Sure.
So it started around 3,000, and after the crash, it stabilized around 6,000.
So it seems to double.
Yeah.
Now,
Every
this
time.
right. This is very interesting. Hang on. This is very interesting. In your microcosm of the chart, it seems to represent a pattern which seems to start with a great bull market, then a regulatory drop, and it balances out though always twice what the original was. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Roughly correct. No, there's a lot of ups
See,
and downs.
guys,
Like
this here is maths at its finest. Go on, Django. I'm enthralled at this stage.
Yeah. So after that, we have this like massive like of like I don't know, like not a lot happening in the market. See,
Right.
like sideways movement.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
like, from 2018 all the way up to now, and then now
Wow.
we had this massive run again.
Right, but what was it before the run? Around 11. Now that took a lot of diamond hand in there for guys to hold, didn't it? It took,
Yeah, guys just hodling all,
years.
like throughout this like period of inactivity. Just
Yes,
everybody just
indeed.
hodling and and people working on the crypto.
So let's make our prediction.
Because it's crypto is more than investing. There's people developing apps and
Right.
working out the bugs. You know what I mean? So in the bear market, people are actually working on their projects.
Right. So let's make a prediction on where this might settle, going by that double theory.
Yeah, so we go by that double theory, and we see that we started this last bull market at around 9,000, 10,000,
Right.
and we see that after this massive drop that we had, we are right now at 38,000.
Right.
So it's actually more than double. So if we go down to 20,000, like if this dip continues,
Yes.
and we go all the way down to 20,000, we'll be like double than in the beginning of the cycle,
Right.
and the pattern will continue.
Yeah, and maybe if it goes near the 20, that's the time to jump on it.
That if let's say with this simple analysis that we're doing, if it goes near 20, that should be a signal of a support level.
Right. I see.
So that could be a signal that that's the bottom of this dip, and that's the time to accumulate.
Do you think it's still too high because we're over double? We're almost double.
But patterns, but they are an indicator. It doesn't mean that they will happen for sure. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Of course. We can.
Yeah. So this could be the end of the dip.
Yes.
And we all hope that we don't have to continue like crashing so much.
Of course we do. Yes.
Yeah. Let's hope that we don't go all the way down to 20,000. But
know.
if it continues to dip, and it goes down to 20,000, we're still good. You know, that's the point
Yes,
I'm trying to make. Yeah.
I was saying it has the unfortunate repertoire of taking all the other coins down with it. When Bitcoin dives, it pulls everything with it.
Especially in the beginning, I mean, the previous cycle, in the beginning of this cycle, everything pretty much sort of follows Bitcoin.
Right. Okay.
But I think with time, more and more, the altcoins, they're getting stronger and stronger, and they're taking on, and they're taking their own
Trajectory.
good for the
Yes,
for the
that's a
crypto
good
space.
point. And I think we could already see last week. Here's a great point in support of Cardano from my ignorant perspective. Okay, I look at very basic symbolism when I'm doing this because I'm not into the math part, but I appreciate the math, you know, but I'm not a mathematical type. But I'm an intuitive type. And what I'm looking, I see symbolically, I see something. I see that when everything had dropped into 25 to almost 40%, it seemed to be, everything was behind. The likes of Cardano, 15%, 20%. It was holding that bit tighter. It wasn't losing as much ground. And when the recovery started, Cardano's seemed to be slow, but it seemed to be steady. It wasn't having this wild up and downs. There seemed to be a strong push to get this back to an established level of value.
It's very hard to point out exactly the reason why for that.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite projects because they start slightly different from all the other projects just because the way they operate. It's a very scientific project.
Yes, for sure, bro. Yeah.
And it was built to be scalable from the beginning, and all the guys involved, they're all engineers, and everything is like peer reviewed. So just the way I think it attracts more the big guys. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the big guys, Django, we saw
yeah.
the influence that Elon Musk's opinion had in the early part of this month when he was on Saturday Night Live and the huge hype and everything, which we covered here on Cryptobuzz, because we're always number one with the news. We covered it here because it was a worthy point. There was so much of a splash being made all over the world, everybody thinking that because the Dodge father said so, it must be so. However, when we saw Bitcoin taking a good bashing there from that Chinese news, and I put it down to that, it scared people that China, which mines a lot of Bitcoin, they're now being banned from using it. So that's obviously going to have a big impact. But what I also noticed was that there were a lot of posts coming out after that where Elon was saying this and that, and he was trying to push Dogecoin and keep it strong. And maybe it did have some effect because Dogecoin did hold strong. It never dropped. I bought in that at 11 cents and it never dropped below the 22 or something cents, and it held strong. So it showed me that it was putting very strong resistance out there where Shiba Inu got blown away, but it's slowly starting to creep back in there. But I'm in a big loss on that and on quite a few of my coins. But I said, like you, Diamond, it's diamond hands. It's hold, don't fold. Diamond hands, guys. Only pussies are going to give in at this stage now. Hold that shit. Hold your coins. And when it goes really low and you get really depressed, you squeeze a few bob together and you buy more. You buy more.
Well, my strategy is hold on to your coins, watch the dip. If you have a bit of cash on the side, you know, it's time to buy the dip. You know, it might dip a bit more. Just watch the dip. When it looks like there's a level of support, it's time to buy the dip.
Buy the dip. And I know we have a few good fans with us. We got Shane Howell out there. He's hanging in there. Diamond hands, Shane. Hold, don't fold. We holding through this. This is part of it, bro. It's part of the crypto ride. If it was a straight slide up, man, everybody'd be doing it. Listen, you hold. It's about having balls of steel and diamond hands.
Exactly, Paul. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We're going to win on this, guys. We're not taking an L on this, guys. We're going to win on this, but it's all about your attitude. I was reading yesterday, Django, you can support me if this is correct or refute it if it's wrong, but they say one of the biggest mistake that investors make is they get taken by that FUD, that fear. The fear, uncertainty, and doubt of those red numbers. But look, if you're playing this the way we suggest, which is don't put money on that you can't walk away from. It's very hard to walk away from a couple of grand, especially if that's all you got. And that's my situation, and I'm in deep. But look, It's diamond hands. I believe in this. I believe in what we're doing. And I believe in the patterns. I believe in the instinct. And it's going to be a wild ride. It won't be an easy ride. It's not for the faint of heart. But look, we want to make some bank. We got to speculate to accumulate. So guys, remember, this is only entertainment. This is only fun. We're not financial advisors. We're just two guys that...
we're crypto enthusiasts, and we share with the people what we do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And hopefully we make some bank, and hopefully the people who follow us, they make some bank as well.
Absolutely, brother. I can only see that being the case, you know, with
and that's one of the reasons why I like crypto, and why, you know, we want to see everybody, you know, do well with us.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, because that fun is best had when it's shared, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love nothing more than to have somebody post in about a year's time. Even Shane Ho, I'd love to see him saying about a year's time, you know, lads, I stayed with you from the beginning, and I hung in there, and boom, today I just took 10 grand out of the bank profit, and you know, that would be great to see that down the line.
That'd be great, yeah.
And we're here behind you guys, and if we sink together.
I'd like to say something to your previous point, you know, because there's some interesting thing to share with people here. Maybe they're not aware of, because there's something called like unrealized profit and unrealized loss as well.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people know about unrealized profit, not a lot of people know about unrealized loss. So let's say that you invest something and you see the green numbers, and you can take it out or you don't take it out. So that's unrealized profit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Profit, but you didn't. The price might crash next week, and you don't have the profit anymore. Right. That's unrealized profit.
Okay, so like last week, I had an unrealized profit of about 1,500 euros. That's true. This week, no, I have an unrealized loss of about 400.
Yeah, but it's the way it goes. But see, that's the next point. Now you have an unrealized loss. If you panic and if you buy into the FUD, it becomes a real loss. But see, blockchain is not going anywhere. Blockchain is technology that's changing the world.
Right.
It's not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's going to be ups and downs. We looked at the graph. You know, you didn't get into the beginning of the cycle. You got in like more than halfway the middle already.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
So we just learned about the market. We get ready for the next run, which is coming for sure.
What would you say, Django, with the next run?
Well, I expect the cycles to get shorter and shorter, just because technology is moving faster.
Right.
I was actually like wondering about this, like talking with some friends. I mean, what exactly triggers a bull market? And I'm not sure if it's like a technology breakthrough, if it's just whales, you know, manipulating the market. Could be just whales manipulating.
Yeah. And we always have the ironic X factor we can never nail down. Don't forget that, Django. That ironic X factor.
Human nature.
Human nature. Yeah.
Human nature is the X factor. Is the thing that you where it's gonna come from somewhere. It's gonna do something, but nobody knows what's going to do.
No, they don't. And that's the exciting part about it, bro. That's the exciting part about it.
Yeah, that's the exciting part about it.
I got to thank you so much, Django, for making time again today at this early lunchtime. It's only 1 o'clock now.
Yeah, always a pleasure, bro.
Likewise, bro. I look forward to it now. It's so much more than just the show. It's nice to check in with you, bro. But meanwhile, we say to all our subscribers, diamond hands, hold, don't fold.
Diamond hands.
Okay, Django, till next week, brother.
Till next week, yeah.
Till next week, bro.